10 weeks, 7 African countries, and I'm just getting started. I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world, and this journey has brought me deep into Africa. Every border cross has been an adventure full of culture, history, and stories that deserve to be told. Today, I'm diving into one of the oldest cultures on Earth, the Khoisan people of Southern Africa. This feels like a commemoration of my trip across the Southern African countries. We started in South Africa and made our way up from Egypt, down through the Southern African border, through Zimbabwe, up to Zambia, and now in gorgeous Namibia. It feels crazy to think we all live on the same planet with these animals and with these ancient people, but it's so cool to see. I wanted to take my time with these countries, being that there's so much to see and so much to learn. The Khoisan people are the original inhabitants of Southern Africa, carrying the world's oldest DNA lineage on the planet. Their unique click language and survival skills and ancient rock art makes them one of the most fascinating groups in the entire world. So come along with me as I step into their world and learn of their traditions and experiences, a way of life that has stood the test of time. It has been a part of my bucket list to visit the Khoisan people of Southern Africa for quite some time. So when I got up early to leave the city to head to go see these people in the bush where they live, I was elated. These people hold so much wisdom that they never took a step back from, and their way of life is to live off of the earth, which I have a huge passion for and want to move towards more and more as I get older. What do they speak?
The language we are going to speak now is our language called the click language.
The click language?
Yeah, it's very fascinating.
Okay. I hired a translator to be a bridge between me and the click people, being that they don't speak English and I obviously don't speak click. And I kind of love it. I love that they're sticking true to who they are and they're not really trying to adapt and be like the rest of the world. I think it's awesome. And the first thing that hit me meeting these people was how beautiful their skin was and how, I don't know, the smiles on their faces, they seemed really at peace and really calm. Their skin was beautiful and they were super, super skinny. So I was super stoked to have them take me into where they live and teach me all about how they survive in the wilderness.
Morning.
Yeah.
So we are going with them into the bush for a walk.
Okay.
And then we were hearing them what they are going to tell us about their life in the bush.
Right.
The left,
Yeah.
they are making sound.
Right.
So that is to keep the snakes away.
Oh. Right.
And even you see, it is good for dancing.
Right.
So at the village, when they are dancing, you can hear the sound.
Khoisan DNA is the oldest living DNA that has survived on the planet Earth, meaning these people have not mixed with anything or become any other ethnic group. Technically, they don't even really belong to an ethnic group. They are as original gets. Is that not crazy? Okay.
That's the bark of the root from this tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this tree is called the umbrella tree. It is also called Acacia luteris. So the wood of this tree is not so preferred by people for making firewood, but some people use that for making charcoal.
Right.
So now we see the Bushmen, because they have a deep understanding about nature and ecology. They discovered something from this tree,
Right.
which is the roots of the tree. So when they need to make a quiver like this, they find the Acacia luteris. So they dig around at the base to find the roots, a very straight root.
Yeah.
And the thicker one, like you see this one,
Yeah.
same size, they cut the root, you see. They still have to keep the air off.
Yeah.
This one. Cái xe người ta hả? Ở đây kỹ sao chơi đi? Nà cái nuôi đừng. Cái xe cái nuôi sao chơi thôi. Cái sao quảng cáo thời thời. Rồi áo gu quạt tại cái gu tôi tầm cá gu quạt cái mà. Ở đây họ cả sao rồi ở kỹ sự cái tôi cáo gu. Là kỹ sự cáo quán anh em chỉ. Là cái trong núi buồn thang. Núi ở cái hang mà tôi ta bắt. À tôi cũng không biết đâu cũng. À tôi không biết cái gì. Chỉ sao quán con cầm xe. Cái quỷ con gì. Cái đồ tạm chỉ. Tôi cũng chả chơi cả. Và cái thầu ra cái nào thầu ra cái bên đang cái ai mà sau cái quan là đi coi cái cái sự tình cái ai mà cái tôi cái quan là như thế cái tôi như thế cái và chủ sĩ cái mà cái tôi cũng sẽ chim đó mà này chim này khui đó xin cái tôi cái cũng có với cái school cái that's what
About the hunting skills. Small arrow here. So as I told you, they use some poison. So the poison they collect here is from the caterpillar.
Oh.
Yes. So we see this tree is called the comifora tree. Now it's so green because rainy season. Old man explained something very important, that when he is preparing the poison to put on the arrow here, he check the wind direction always. So if the wind is like coming this direction, he cannot sit in the direction of the wind preparing the poison. That can also be dangerous for him.
Yeah.
So that's why he check the wind, which side is blowing,
Right.
so he can be against the wind.
아직 그만 내긴 아간 고있다 이거 침기서 저 고있어 이 혼나고 또 잡아디 또 간증을 간가고 또가 거기 거기 싸고 갈고 가서 고 지지 주만 남는 것이게 문고 아구세가 하나 이게 고있다 마디도 아직 가베게 간하고도 거기 하나 이게 가수고도 링가게 간고도 대주만 나도 뭐 나가고 câu gama kuma akan khatari ka ake ka ce ce kuma da kota ka ce shi da kuma ka kuma da ya ko su to sen ko ka ta mai to su ko ka kan to ka sin ko ki yo na ko to ka ge ka o kam ko si tam si khalu de kum de ne ye kim ko mua của ta cái tầm của tầm cầu bùa lấy chiếc khoa chiếc cầu khoa quay
Is that
Potato.
this potato is very important.
Yeah.
Because it has 30% of water in it.
Oh, okay.
So for them, when they
It's a
hunt,
lot.
they survive from potato because of the water.
Right.
So they dig it up when they are thirsty, dig it up. So the size of potato is like up to this size.
Oh.
They cut it in small parts. Everybody has something to eat.
When I asked how the Khoisan people are so skinny and slender, they told me it was because their diet consists of 95% protein. They're either eating meat or termites. That's literally it. Their diet is so high in protein that there's really no place for them to get any fat. They have almost no fat on their bodies. So this is good for them because it keeps them agile, it keeps them fast, it keeps them quick, it keeps them healthy. And it's very inspiring to me because I also believe in this. I also believe in a high protein, high meat consumption diet with very to little sugar. Oh yeah, they don't eat any sugar or very little carbs. And so amazing. Cricket?
Yeah,
It's so big.
yeah.
Do they eat those?
No, they don't eat them.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
Yeah.
Why don't they eat them?
No, because they are not part of that diet.
Oh,
But some
okay.
people in our country,
Yeah.
they do eat them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay. We are about to discover something here where the old man is sitting.
Okay.
He says,
đi mang cái xét thành ai go ngủ cái ta gặp cú cài xuống nó thành ấy gu cái cú trả người gì
Okay.
so come a little bit closer and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cái cái ấy trả bằng trả xịt đi cái người cái khẩu thì cái người gì gạo ta nó về cái tổ gạo ta cái người trái cái gu mà cái như thế cái chỉ ta đồng cái gạo khoai cài ơi cái đó cái gu siêu cha cháu cũng xin cái cầm khá là cái thì cái gu đây cái quả là cái những cái gì cái khâu sinh khắc sẽ thấy gì nó sẽ thấy được cái đó sẽ cái sẽ cầm cái
Oh, it's an ostrich egg. Yeah. Ostrich eggs provide so much goodness for the Khoisan people. When they find one, they celebrate. They immediately shake it to see if there's a baby bird in it. Because if there's a baby bird in it, then they can't use it. But if it's still that egg, they can make an omelet with it and then use it for so many purposes, like the water bottle that'll keep their water cool and clean. They can make their jewelry out of it. They can use it as a bowl or dish. It has so many purposes for the Khoisan people, and they absolutely love and celebrate when they find one, which isn't super often. And some bugs on there.
Yeah.
He's gonna cut it?
Yeah, he's gonna cut
Let me
it.
cut this side.
Yeah, go side.
Ete damadito am hagung khau damadito am khau to tum kwar gam khik na ke khik am chagang us damadito ase uga ga shoko khigam gang beta du chi se kai thita akan ka shoko kha ga chi ko mang ga shoko ga gang u ko ko to
Eat
ka
it?
ke gang mang ko to ka o kum kan kha ga shoko ko to ka kha ko kan kha ko ga gari ko to kum ikaw ko gang ka si ko am khan ko ga de ko ga go am ko ga khung no ko ga cha sa na ko ko nga ko to a to ga khian e da ma di to ma shin ga shi ga ma ru ka ti tio ga ko ga khuen a cha ya nim tsa kwa ya khum kwa kin screen ko ji khurun san ko ji ga sho ya ko to ti ka ko sa kin ko za shi khum wa ga hibi sa ji so to ga ya o cha ke da ma di to
What was that about?
It's a very good story. So he says that they make medication
Uh-huh.
with the aloe plant.
Uh-huh.
So by taking the leaves of the aloe plant, they cut it in small parts, they boil it, like when they have constipation.
That's what the noise is.
That's the,
Yeah.
when they have constipation, they have to drink the medication from the aloe plant by boiling that.
Yeah.
So they drink it. So after an hour, then
Yeah.
you start seeing that everything in your stomach is getting loosened up,
Right.
and you get now a real diarrhea.
I was super excited to go see the babies and the woman, which they don't really do much. The woman might be cooking, but mostly she's just taking care of the babies and or making jewelry. Jewelry is a huge part of their culture, so that's exactly what she was doing as the men were trying to start a fire. And they all started to chat and giggle and stare at me, and it's so funny how no matter where you are in the world, all boys act the same. When they like a girl, they were all giggling, and I'm like, what's going on? And that one man was coming to propose to me. So he was going to hit me with a love arrow. That's how you propose to a woman in the Khoisan culture. He takes one of the arrows, but there's no poison on this one, and he sees a woman he likes, and he will shoot her in the butt cheeks with it.
Huh?
What?
Actually, you already married?
Not yet. Soon.
Soon.
Next year I will be married. What he's offering?
He said you're going to get married to him.
I really do this?
Yeah.
That is so funny. Does it hurt?
Not really.
I unfortunately had to turn this young man down. I didn't want to live in the bush, but I think that it was the cutest thing in the world. And how if you're interested in a woman, you gotta shoot her in the butt with a arrow, and then if she's interested, she'll dance and she'll hold the arrow to her heart, signifying that she is interested in the marriage. And if she's not interested, she'll break the arrow in half over her knee, basically saying, not a chance, go somewhere else, not a chance. And the man has only 5 arrows, so he has 5 chances to find a wife. If he runs out of arrows, he does not get married, which is so cool. I don't wish we still did that. Yeah. The men were trying to start a fire, and it wasn't going so well. They said that they usually are able to start a fire, but today it was especially hard. And their people believe in the gods of the grass, the gods of the fire, the gods of the sun. So they said, if we don't make a fire, we're going to do the fire dance, asking the fire god to provide fire for us. The fire was not happening, no matter how much these men were trying. And there was like a little smoke, coming up, but they just weren't getting a fire. It was a bit windy today. That may have had something to do with it. So they decided to put on a fire dance for me. And I was so excited. And look at the little baby trying to start the fire. I can't. She was trying to start the fire like her cousins.
They don't want to speak?
They don't want to speak? What an amazing experience it was to learn from the Khoisan people. I had to ask them, what do you do with your skin? Why is it so beautiful? Especially the older man, being that they've never used any products. What is it making their skin so beautiful? So I called him over to ask. He told me basically the truth was, yes, they rub natural oils, aloe, and animal fat on their skin. He said, but the biggest reason is we don't eat any processed food. No processed food, no smoking. He said we don't smoke, we don't vape, we don't drink alcohol, and we don't eat sugar. They survive on animals and bugs. That is the biggest reason. He said smoking and alcohol and sugar will take your entire appearance out. It'll make you ugly, it'll age you very quickly, make your skin rough, dry, deplete you of nutrients. But yes, they also use natural animal fat and they rub it on their skin as well. The Khoisan people, although there are not too many left, still survive. They're still surviving. They've stood the test of time. Their practices have stood the test of time. And it was so inspiring to me, being that if you followed me for any length of time, you know I strongly believe in the earth having everything we need to heal us, to keep us healthy, and to give us a long life. On my way out, the baby had called my name and she said she wanted to hold my hand. What an adorable family, and I feel so blessed to be able to experience and see cultures like this. It's absolutely amazing. If you guys come to any of the southern African countries, definitely try and go to the Khoisan people. A little bit outside of their village, they have the jewelry that they make and the water bottles that they make and survive on, and you can buy them to support them. I ended up supporting them with the help of you guys who came to help me. I gave them some money because they could definitely use it in 2025, where their resources are being depleted by, agriculture. We head back to the city and I was full. I said, you know what, for the rest of the week I'm going to be on a high after meeting these gorgeous Khoisan people. I'll see you guys in my next African adventure.